Hi everyone, my name is Dennis Kwon. I'm the golf instructor at Black Bear Golf Club in Eustis, Florida. And today I wanted to share with you an alternative way I've been using the swing catalyst. This is a junior golfer of mine, relatively new. We started working at the beginning of the year. And to give you some background information, she had come to me complaining of hitting down on the ball a lot. She tended to hit the ball rather low and had some hooking issues. And so we put her on TrackMan, and she had a bit of a steep angle of attack and definitely had some inconsistencies with her face control. She's also she's a real good athlete, very strong, predominantly upper body strong, but she also never played her whole junior. Well, she's played her whole junior career with an injured right knee, and she finally had surgery on it last summer and took a while to recover. So this is the first time she's actually played golf with a healthy right knee. So this is about a month after working with her. And so we can see she does a pretty good job building pressure on that trail foot. That center of pressure trace, or the white dot, it's kind of shifted back, or starting to move back towards the center as she gets a little bit too long in her backswing. I'm going to draw a line underneath her head here. And so we can see with her, as she goes through the downswing, see her head dropping a lot. And we see this trace, it's going to start backing up. And as it backs up, her head just continues to go down and even moves maybe back to the right a hair. So we see here that trace on the top right here. She's starting to engage with her right foot more, causing that trace to back up. And then it kind of goes back forward. And kind of see her typical follow through. She kind of leads a lot with her upper body ahead of her lower body. So this is pretty consistent of her, at least this trace pattern. It might change in the magnitude of how much it backs up or the timing of it, but for the most part that trace is always in this pattern. So given with her background and her right knee, she's expressed she's never really tried to put too much weight or pressure into that knee because it'd bother her, and she's always kind of felt her upper body as the main driving factor in her swing. We decided to experiment with tossing medicine balls on the swing catalyst. And the initial trial, we had her kind of keep her elbows pinned to her body and asked her to turn back and swing through like she would in a golf swing and toss this ball towards the target. And she had some difficulty with that, and you'll see why here with this one. This one, after those first few trials, we just started with the ball and body pre-turned into the backswing. And you'll see here, as she tries to toss it through, you kind of see her right away. She's kind of leading with her upper body a lot. And we see this right foot kind of not react the way you would want. It really has no participation almost in assisting and throwing it. And so this is kind of gave us some insight in, I think, to how she likes to engage with the ground and which muscles she's utilizing. So once I showed her this, we try to correct it. I held her head back and had her try to toss the ball again, and all these tosses we're trying to throw pretty hard. And so she, after holding her head back, she kind of figured out finally how to use the ground and how to use her legs to get things going. So we can see with this trial on her own, much different look. She's keeping her head back and utilizing her legs in the ground this time to throw it. And we can see that this trace pattern is much more resembling a trace we would want to see in the golf swing. Kind of a nice, smooth, constant motion, a nice arc to it. So once she understood this concept and feeling, and and which was radically different for her, I gave her some time to practice on it, and then this is the following week, and this is us hitting about half speed, 3/4 shots, and just focusing on how she tossed that ball, engaging with the ground in her legs the exact same way. So we can see with this easy shot of hers that the trace is a much better pattern in terms of not changing multiple directions. We'd, full speed, we probably want to see a little more pressure off that left side, and we can see impact looks a little better here than the original. So after a few of these, we kind of ramped up the speed and things got a little better too. So this would be the full speed version of the same thing she was trying to work on. Now, although the trace isn't quite the same shape as when she tossed the ball, the more important thing is we were able to get rid of that trace backing up. And we can see that impact is a lot cleaner than before. She hasn't dipped nearly as much, and her lower body is working much better here. So we were on TrackMan able to decrease her angle of attack and start getting the launch back up, and she was able to control the face angle much more consistently and got rid of the hooks. So by using this medicine ball, the added mass, it was able to give her the correct feeling of how to engage with the ground and give her a sense of utilizing the proper muscles versus how she used to do it before. Hope this helps and gives you some different ideas of utilizing the swing catalyst. Thanks for your time.